Welcome to another episode of Unlocking You 2.0. I'm joined with Spencer Bonin, certified emotion code body code practitioner, and myself, Balwinder Marwaha, your transformational leadership coach. This week, we are talking about overcoming your fears. And today is a fear of success. It is possible to fear success.
Yeah.
And to start off with, Spencer, I'm going to pass it right over to you. What happens? Why do we subconsciously fear success?
Absolutely, Valley. There's one really important. So the big question is what fears do we have about success? Like, what are those fears? And today I'm going to talk about the energies behind the scenes, and then pass it off to you afterwards to kind of see what's going on there. But so let's just talk about what's going on in the background, or some lingering energies that might be there. First and foremost, you might actually have a no will to win or succeed energy. That's actually something in the body code that's there, lingering around in the background. And on top of that, and I know I've talked about these before, but something called an idea allergy, where basically your subconscious mind negatively associates with literally anything. It could be a person, could be a place, could be a thing, doesn't matter, anything at all. And you might actually have an idea allergy to success, which is crazy enough as it sounds. And not only that, with success, a lot of people, I mean, just because you're successful doesn't necessarily mean you have to make a lot of money, but a lot of people want extra money in finances. But along with that, you actually might have an ideology to not only just money in general and success, but making money, saving money, receiving money, charging money, spending money. Like, all these different things might be just lingering in the background, and various other trapped emotions that might be kind of contributing to that. Now, that's kind of what's going on in the background amongst other stuff. But what's going on consciously? You know, what fears are people going to have with this success?
Absolutely. So, Spencer, thank you for that. And it's crazy how powerful these energies are, because consciously you may want success incredibly. And obviously, who doesn't want success? But there's energies and there's emotions that are holding you back from it. But let's talk about the conscious side. So, hey, I want success. We all want success. What do we have to do to get it? Why do we fear it? Why are we afraid of going down that path? Well, I want to take you back, and this is, an exercise I used to do when I went into high school years and years ago. Like, I'm talking, 15, 16 years ago. I would give everyone a blank piece of paper as they walked into the classroom and say, you're going to need this in a minute. And then I would ask all of the students, these high school students, typically grade 11 students, to write their definition of success down. And you would be shocked how difficult it was for these people to find success. Especially, being at that age, right? You're 16, 17 years old. It's like, well, I don't know what success means. Is it a lot of money, or is it good marks? And so the biggest fear that we have of success is that we don't even know what it means. We can't even define it. We haven't put a plan together. It's like going on a trip and saying, hey, family, we're going on a road trip, but hey, we don't know where we're going. We don't know where we're going to stay. We don't know what highway we're taking. Like, you have to know what success really means to you. And defining that is where you and I come in, is where we can say, okay, well, you know what? If you want to achieve success, let's define it. Let's figure out what that really means to you. And once you know what it means, then, well, you're not afraid of it anymore. Because now you take it in bite-sized chunks, or, figure out, okay, well, this is what it truly means to me. Now what do I do? And so, Spencer, what happens next? Okay, so we've figured out this is what it means to us. We removed these energies that are blocking us from success. Now what?
Totally. And thank you for that. So the next kind of question I would have would be, what happens when I actually achieve success, right? Because there's one part about what fears do I have about getting there, but then what happens if I get there, right? Maybe you have a no will to let go. Like, maybe there's just things in your past that you just really don't want to let go of, and you're kind of clinging to, right? Or you might just have trapped emotions, whether they're inherited, absorbed, experiences of your own that might be based in fear, or based in terror or overwhelm, and you just feel like there's so much stuff going on. And there's a multitude of other things that could be going on maybe like your heart chakra's out of balance. I don't know. There's all kinds of different things that could be going on, or heart walls. We've talked about that a little bit as well, just kind of really preventing you from because you're like, oh, well, what does that mean that I have to let go of
Mhm.
in order to get to that success, or what happens when I actually get there? Now, that's kind of subconscious. What's happening consciously?
Yeah. Subconsciously, Spencer, one other thing comes to mind is,
Mm,
maybe we were growing up and our parents used to make statements. And
mm.
I'm trying to remember what this is called again. Help me out here.
Oh,
When a statement has been said and it gets kind of ingrained into you.
post hypnotic
Um,
suggestion.
exactly. So,
Yeah.
what if you've got this post-hypnotic suggestion that success is a bad thing?
Mm,
Or people that are successful are not good or they're
yeah.
evil, and maybe that was instilled to you by family, or maybe it was instilled from watching a movie or something. You never know, right?
Yeah,
um
even one that says like maybe I can't be rich and have friends. You know what I mean?
it,
Like even things like that.
or yeah, or I can't be rich and happy, right? So
Yeah.
on the conscious side of, okay, so we've got this plan, we've released this negative energy or any trapped emotions, or broadcast messages, or anything that's really preventing us from achieving it, but there's still fear. It's like, oh my God, well, what happens when I get there? Well, part of having that plan and that definition is really going to help, but it really just means that, okay, well, you now may have to change your friend circle,
Mm,
and that's okay. You may have to change your lifestyle or your behavior, or maybe you're going to change where you live. But all of these things are okay. You cannot fear them and let them get in the way of your success, because
mm,
ultimately, what are we trying to achieve? We're trying to achieve success or becoming a better version of ourselves, or really what our show is called, unlocking you to 2.0, making yourself the next best thing, right? So,
mm.
you know, when you have that definition, when you have that plan in place, these fears tend to go away. Now, if there is, emotional baggage, there's traumas from your past, which we all have. I have them myself, Spencer, you have them. Uh, Connect with Spencer and
Yeah.
he'll talk to you. He'll let you know, hey, let's see what we can find. Let's dig down. Or he'll ask you a certain question, and that is just going to throw you off the charts. You're going to be like, oh my God, I don't like it when you ask that question. And it's
Mm,
because there's emotional baggage hanging there. There's
yeah.
something there that's preventing you. But on the conscious side, if you're like, hey, I don't know what success really means to me, I'd love to be successful, but what does that mean? I'm afraid. I'm afraid, what is it going to do to my relationship with my husband or my kids or my family?
Yeah.
We have answers for you, and we'll be able to connect with you and work with you. So if this is something that you want in your life, if you want success, but you haven't been able to grasp it, it's always been out of reach. You're always just trying to grab, and you can't get to it. Connect with us because
Mm,
we can help you. All
yeah.
right. Either connect with myself or Spencer. You can find us on Facebook. You can email us. You can go to our website. Spencer, do you want to tell them about how they can connect with us?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you go to our website here at insideoutcoachingprogram.com, you can go right there, watch a couple of videos that are extremely empowering and inspiring to
Mhm.
just to really check out what we're doing here, combining the conscious and the subconscious together. And on top of that, on every Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific and then 7 p.m. Eastern time, I believe, we have this webinar that we put on called, and you can go to it at the www.2020recoverymanual.com. And it's just a webinar that really shows you how you can recover from 2020, because let's face it, 2020 has been an interesting year so far. I
Yes.
mean, murder hornets and COVID and all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
You know, how we can recover from that, as well as going forward for the rest of our lives. And so you can really check that out. And one quick solution I want to give you as well, if you're an emotion code practitioner, or if you can do this muscle testing yourself, is just a couple of really important questions
Mhm.
for this success thing, right? Or this success thing, fear of being successful. For first and foremost, ask yourself the question, if you can do all this, and if not, connect, like we said, connect with me or connect with Ballinder. Ask yourself the question, or say, I feel safe being successful, and test yourself on that. See where you stand on 0 to 100%.
Mhm.
Or, and or, I am okay with being successful? Those are two really, really important questions because might be a multitude of reasons why your subconscious says it's not safe and why you're not okay being successful. And lots of the energies we've already talked about. So that's kind of my part there. That's where you can find all of our information. Is there anything else you want to add, Bally?
No, that's it. That's it. Come check out the webinar Thursday. You do have to pre-register as space is limited.
Mm.
It's typically full every Thursday, so you want to get on that, and then really learn how you can come over and overcome three biggest problems in your life on that webinar. So with that said, thank you very much. We'll be back tomorrow with another day about overcoming our fears.
Awesome.